Hey, this is Levi Morari, and this video is a short lesson on guitar solo part writing. So I'm going to go through and talk about some things I like to do when I feel stuck and I don't believe in myself. I like to tell myself, hey, you can do it, you don't suck, you're badass, and I like to just jump into it. So let's get our backing track set up, and I'll talk through some techniques that I do just in the studio when I'm writing a part. So this backing track that I'm using is by Elevated Jam Tracks, and I'll credit them in this description as well. Alright, so we're in the key of B, and I'm kind of feeling out the chords and the rhythm. And I like to find every note that goes on one string. At this point in the solo, I think we should use drones to build intensity and just create expectation. You're not gonna get that long in a real song to do a solo. 'Cause this is just a backing track, you know. But what I did was I crashed and burned and blazed is what I like to call it. But I stuck the landing. And that's the most important part. You can step out of time, you can hit some wrong notes. Think about like Randy Rhoads. He didn't really care about hitting the right notes or doing the right thing. He just cared about being badass and fast and cool. And it worked. It was a lot of emotional content. So that's what I did. I resolved by climbing down. You couldn't hear that because I didn't have input monitoring on. Just sticking the landing like that with a really strong note. Just add emotional content. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about, because we've gone through a whole bunch of techniques already, I want to talk about triads, and then I want to talk about positions on the neck. So let's get that backing track rolling again, and I'll explain what I mean. Let's do triads now. So in those three notes, I have a lot of licks I can do. Alright, we've already mapped out all our notes, so let's explore the what I just did was I tried to illustrate moving across the fretboard and resolving at the highest position, and that just creates a lot of quality emotion. You really feel intense and your heart starts beating faster and it's more interesting, and that's the goal with a good guitar solo. John Mayer said you should start up top and end down here, pretty much. I'm paraphrasing, but that's really wise. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We talked about finding notes on strings, drones, triads, harmonics, emotional intensity. I didn't talk about switching pickups, and I didn't talk about tone or pick accents. Those are really important. But I hope this helps. This is as much for me as it is for anyone watching. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later.